Okay, so video 4. Abraham Lincoln creates dollar bills. He creates basically the Federal Reserve, because they're the ones printing and securing the dollar bills. He also creates a Secret Service on the day of his death, who are to regulate and enforce the regulations for dollar bills. How does this create slavery for all? Well, first of all, again, we said a mass population of slaves were freed, but still had to get paid for their services. So how are you going to pay them? Well, you're going to pay them in dollar bills. But who decides what a dollar bill is worth? What a dollar bill trades for at this point? I mean, there's no value behind it. There's no monetary currency anywhere stored to back up these dollar bills being printed. They're just being printed at will, at need. So it basically means the government, you're not calling it a welfare program, but it's the original welfare program, because the government is now deciding how much you get paid, how much you are worth, how much your time is worth, and deciding that, yeah, this is how much your time is worth, and this is how much anyone who decides you're going to do this type of labor is going to get paid at the end of the day. This is how much you're worth, and this is what you can trade it for at the local store, because this is what we'll accept and what we're going to tell the store owners they have to accept. So really, it's a mass regulation on everyone. You took slavery and changed it from, okay, you can buy and sell these people, which, by the way, it just doesn't even sound right to say you can buy and sell these people. What? No, you can't. Okay. It just took it from saying that to saying you can buy and sell whatever you want, as long as you're using our process of transaction. As long as we're the middleman, you can buy and sell whatever you want, because you're going to use our means of transaction. So we're always going to be in the middle. Have fun with that. That's basically what happened, and how slavery didn't become free, but everyone became free to be a slave. Because now it's based off who holds the worthless money, who holds more of those. At the end of the day, they get to make rules, right? They get to decide what you do for labor and how much you get paid for labor and stuff, right? And the American dream is maybe you could be that person, right? Maybe it could be you. You could have all the money, and you could tell people, I'm only going to pay you $10 an hour. I'm only going to pay you $15. I'm going to be benevolent. I'm going to pay you all $20 an hour because I'm benevolent. But I can do what I want because I have the money, the paper currency that was printed with special paper and coated with special ink that had special images on it that gave me special power to say special things, which I'm saying now. I'm passing on to you special knowledge. Everything is so special. You are special. Seriously, you are special. I want to get that across to you. You're all pretty special. And you're all absolutely equal. And yes, people actually think that way. As crazy as that might sound. And they actually do have power. As crazy as that might sound. And I can attest to it because I've worked for them. And it has been my job for them to tell me what they want to happen, and me to find a way for them to express to you how that's a good idea for that to happen. That's been my job. So me breaking from that and telling you these things is a big no-no, which is why I have to be in Exodus protocol from the start, to be quite honest with you, because not a lot of people are very happy with what I'm telling you, and this is just the beginning. There is a lot I want to tell you. I just don't even know where to begin, to be quite honest with you. I had made the decision to break from the norm and be like, alright, look, I gotta be honest with you, this is what's going on. Depopulation is happening very, very soon, and I want to go over that. In fact, I'll go over that next. I think I'm going to put up 5 videos before I go to bed tonight, just because there's so much information in my head. I really want to get out just from the start. And I would hope that if you believe in any of it, I could be crazy, I could be loco, or I could be telling you the truth. And if you believe I'm telling the truth, you should please, spread the word. Let people watch the videos and look for yourselves. Honestly, don't even just listen to me. Please look for yourselves. And to be quite honest with you, I want to point you in the direction of some help that will give you all the help you need. Like, I don't want you to think that the only way you're going to get information and knowledge is to come to these videos and watch it. I absolutely do not want that. I want you to be getting your information firsthand, directly from the source. And I am not the source. I am just second-hand, third-hand, however you want to consider information. So please don't rely on these videos for your first-hand accounts. And I want to direct you in the direction of how to get your first-hand accounts. And I'm sorry about the video going around and stuff like that. Like, look, I'm in a bunker, and this is sitting on a temporary seat type thing, so it can spin around very easily. It's also providing a heater underneath of it because it is quite cold here, and you gotta stay warm, right? So I'm trying to do two things at the same time, and I'm actually building this for someone else. It's not even mine, but this is what I do for trade. So again, I talk all those things about money. So what do I do for money? I don't use money. I don't have a single dollar in my pocket right now. In fact, the clothes I'm wearing I don't even own them. They, actually, the shoes were gifted to me, so they're mine. They're about worn out, and I think I have some new ones somewhere around that I'll have to switch out to sometime soon, but I really want to wear these a little bit longer. They're not quite dead yet, they got some use to them, some miles left. But the jacket right here is not mine, and the pants, I think I can take them with me when I go. But yeah, most of the things I do is through barter. So how am I staying where I'm staying and using the computer and doing all this is strictly through barter. And that's really extreme. I don't expect anyone else to do that. I'm just doing it really right now to prove a point that it can be done. You think it can't be done, that we can't live that way, we need the norms and stuff we have, and that's not true. Not true at all. This could go totally different. We could expand much faster and have all these things much faster. But it really is because certain people want to be in power. Man, I really want to tell you these names. Certain people want to be in power. They want to do what they want to do, and they have the illusion of power to do it because you're giving them the illusion of power. If you want anything from me, is to tell you that quit thinking of your dollar bills as power. Think of it this way. How many dollar bills would you have to eat right now to survive in a day? How many calories does the dollar bill provide? How much intake of iron and protein, potassium, whatever else you need, vitamin C, B12, whatever. How much of that is in a dollar bill that you need to eat in a blender, cook it, 350, whatever, however you wanted to prepare it in a day to survive? Obviously, the answer is none. It's poisonous if you do that. You actually don't want to eat dollar bills, or they're probably not healthy for you. And that's my point exactly. So what would happen if tomorrow you can't purchase your daily provisions or weekly provisions at Publix, Walmart, Winn-Dixie, King Super, Safeway, Save-A-Lot, Kroger, wherever your grocer is, Target, simply because they're not getting trucks providing the food anymore. Their shelves are just empty. So it doesn't matter that how much money you have. There just simply isn't any meat on the shelf to sell you. There just simply isn't any bread on the shelf to sell you. So how much gold and silver would it take to survive in a day? Could you melt down and sell? Because here's the thing, when there's no food left on the shelves, even your neighbors don't care about gold and silver. It doesn't matter about being rich. It matters about being able to eat. Who can eat at the end of the day, and you can't, if gold and silver and money is what you're trying to hoard, because they don't provide anything. Guess what's the one thing everyone's trying to give away right now is land and the ability to produce food on their own. And that's a big, big no-no. So you should stop doing that. And if you have the ability to get areas where you can grow and produce your own food, you should totally do that. And stop relying on mass-produced food, because not only is mass-produced food bad for you, it's produced in a bad way, but it's not going to be available so much longer for you. and I don't want you to be dependent on it. You shouldn't be dependent on it. You shouldn't be dependent on money, silver, gold. Don't depend on it. Any currency, don't depend on it. Like, when the currency fails, if you've hoarded a lot of it, it'll be worth something to you probably for about the next 7 days. You have about 7 days of buffer to get the provisions you need, and even then you're going to be paying pretty exorbitant prices, especially as the days go along, until that week ends and people realize, especially the distributors, that look, it simply isn't coming anymore even to them, and at that point they're hoarding for their families. So there just isn't any more to sell. You get it? Like, it just isn't there. Get prepared for that. That's coming very, very soon. And why do you drink? Well, that's one of the reasons why. Because there's already policies in place to make that happen. There's policies in place to make that happen. And we helped make that on purpose.